Hey, welcome back to Everyday Jesus. My name is Derek. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here. You know, in a world where we wrong each other so much, it can become this endless feedback loop of revenge and getting back at one another and just paying each other for what we've done, whether it be through actual retaliation or cutting people off or whatever it is. That's our temptation, right? If somebody's wronged us, we want to get back at them. We have this famous story of the Hatfield and the McCoys in American folklore, just this classic family feud where one person kills another person, and then they have to exact revenge on the other, and then it goes back and forth. And we see lots of world conflicts that are this way. Everyone feels justified for attacking the other because of what they've done. And that's called revenge. It's retaliation, and we feel like that should feel good. We have that phrase that revenge is sweet. But in reality, we all know, if we think through it, that it's not. It just perpetuates cycles of hatred and anger and violence sometimes. So I want to read here in the book of Matthew. Jesus addresses this. He says, "You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on your right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if anyone would sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile with him, go with him 2 miles." And this is a baffling kind of thing, right? Why would Jesus tell us to lay down? Sometimes we feel like, well, isn't that just being a doormat? But for Jesus, he's flipping the way of the world on its head. You know, our temptation is if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back, right? But what does that become? It just becomes a fight, and we both get hurt, and nothing is resolved, right? And so imagine scenarios where that can happen, right? Laying down your right to not be offended. How dramatically could that turn a situation around? Or if someone is suing you to try to get money from you, what if you just gladly paid it and said, "Hey, look, I'm sorry about this situation. Here's what you're asking. Well, let's find peace." Largely what we see here is Jesus' heart for reconciliation and for redemption and for peace. And we see his way to find that peace. It's not in retaliation. It's not in exacting retribution or payment for what's been done to me. It's sometimes saying, I will absorb the cost of whatever this is here for the sake of peace and for the sake of reconciliation. And that's a beautiful thing. If you've ever been on the receiving end of this, it's an amazingly humbling and beautiful thing to have wronged someone and expect wrath and anger in return, but to hear them or see them say, "Look, it's okay." This is the power of the way of Jesus. That's completely counterintuitive from how we think we should work or how we naturally work, right? This is one of those times where we have to ask for God to help us do these things. Our natural inclination is just to react and strike back. But Jesus says, don't do that. If someone slaps you, turn the other cheek to him. Don't resist, because that will only perpetuate the cycle. How different would our world be if more of us took this to heart? How many endless backs and forths of violence and anger, how many of those would dissipate if we would start laying down our rights for revenge and just saying, I love you. Let me show you a better way. I pray that for our world. I pray that for you. I don't know if maybe you're in some conflicts right now. Maybe someone has wronged you and you have a legitimate complaint against them. I encourage you to lay that down and go to them in peace. Again, this is a completely backwards way of living, a completely upside down way of thinking, especially in this world where we're always just, we kind of celebrate the people that will get them back. But as a follower of Jesus, I have to learn, I have to ask for help to break that cycle and to learn to love those who hurt me and to give to those who ask of me. The spirit and heart of Jesus is a generous heart, even to the point of being taken advantage of, because people are more important than whatever it is that's being taken from me. And this is another one of those hard things that might rub you the wrong way, that might kind of stir something in you that you feel like you've got to no, this isn't right, this can't happen, it can't, look at this situation, that situation. There's going to be a lot of examples of why we shouldn't do this. But I challenge you, try it. Learn to take on Jesus' heart for people in such a way that can absorb and take offense, can take attack, can take abuse sometimes, but in power and strength with the heart of Jesus, lay that complaint down and love those who are coming at you and who are offending you. I pray that for you in whatever situation you have in your life right now, that you might feel a stirring to try that, to do this. It will not be easy. It's a hard call. But this is the upside down way of Jesus that will bring life that we've never seen before in our relationships and in our interactions if we follow him in it. I bless you with that. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.